Hello, League. This is Tommy. I'm doing this free time during work, and it seems like everyone's already leaving, so no one's really doing anything. It's one person here. Anywho, just wanted everyone to know. Quick few things about the draft tomorrow, and this is more geared towards rookies first off. This is about the draft, and then about kind of the weekly things and what fantasy football really is and all that good crap. Um, Anywho, thanks for joining me this year. Good luck to everyone. Hopefully, everyone has a good year and wants to do it again in the future. All that good stuff. Alright, anywho, we're going to go first off and go straight into the draft so everyone knows. This is something that you can see. I'm going through a mock draft, which if you guys want to do that, I'd recommend doing it just so you have a better kind of understanding of who you're going to see in what rounds and stuff like that. If you go from here and click the draft lobbies area, this is the mock draft lobbies area. It's really easy, really quick. You just kind of click whatever, open up whatever, and it'll go ahead and take you in. And you can do a mock draft if you want to do that before tomorrow. Give me a second. I'm gonna. Oh, okay. Alright, whatever. I'm just adding people to my team right now. Dumb shit. Yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle of a mock draft right now. You'll see that I have pretty okay people, I guess. Not good that I have so many people kind of very near each other. I have Frank Gore and kind of Gronkowski with the same bye week, and Frank Gore is supposed to be my starting running back. But anyways, this will be a great way so you can see what kind of the rankings is and like how people have drafted before, all that good stuff. Anywho, back to the draft. I would recommend you guys looking at the Google spreadsheet I sent you guys. There's a couple of websites that are on there that'll give you some easy ways to kind of figure out how to play the game and all that good stuff. Pretty much all I would recommend mostly is beer, first off and foremost. Cheat sheets, which I'll go into 1 second. Your laptop, just in case you want kind of extra information and all that stuff. And your douchiness, if you want it. Including in the laptops area, I would recommend bringing some pens, highlighters, and this is more so for your cheat sheets actually. But let's go quickly into that so you guys can see. Let's say, so I would recommend going to the draft kit so you can see it, and kind of doing this and downloading them and having them ready and printed so you can kind of work through it. Kind of do a 200 top 300 kind of ranking. I would go also looking at depth per team so you can see who's number 1, who's number 2 in each team. Also kind of position by position rankings as well, like quarterback separately from wide receivers and running backs, and that's another cheat sheet. I would also recommend an injury list, and you'll be able to find that. I think Yahoo personally has a better injury list. It's more up to date, I think, and it'll tell you like who's injured for how long it's expected, because that's a big part of fantasy football, and it's really annoying. But cheat sheets will pretty much save you in the long run if you don't know what you're kind of doing and don't really give a fuck about this year. If you use cheat sheets for your draft, you'll be able to at least create a competitive team for the entire year. Definitely recommend that route. Go do it, have fun, and it's pretty easy. You'll need at least one pen, but having multiple ones will be nice so you can figure out who got who and all that stuff. We'll be using the offline draft app, and you'll see it tomorrow. It'll be pretty easy to kind of set up. We'll be doing it tomorrow at 5 p.m. too. So I guess, so we do the draft. If you notice in this thing, it's very similar to this, the offline draft. You kind of just drag someone over and that person has that pick, and you just keep on going, and then I'll just upload this online so everyone can see their teams immediately afterwards. I'll also have it for people who are not in Houston, an ability for them to kind of look at it, hopefully through screen sharing, through live meeting or something like that, so everyone will have a fair shake out of it. Moving forward, what's the next thing I'm supposed to talk about? Yeah, so that's the draft. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Have fun with it. Moving on to other things, and this is weekly items. I know a couple of you guys asked me about what is fantasy football. Great that you guys kind of started up. So I'm going to kind of go in, and this is my league that I won last year. That's why I'm almighty God for this year. But essentially, if you notice, every week you're competing against someone. So in this first week, I'm competing against Dwayne White. That's his team name. That's shitty. Anyways, so you compete against someone and you have a team and you start a team and you have people benched, but it's pretty much it's a win-loss column. So people who go in the playoffs is based by wins first, and if there's a tiebreak, then it's through total points that you kind of got from all of your people. But essentially, if we look at my team, and my team was pretty nice. My quarterback was pretty shitty. I started off with Mark Sanchez, traded in the very end for Michael Vick, and I gave up Ahmad Bradshaw right before he had that major injury, so thank God for that. I'm sorry, we'll keep on going with it. So, essentially, my team was sick, whatever. Anyways, so you have a starting area, which is the people that actually give you points for the week. Everyone on your bench does not give you points for that week, so that's kind of like why you have to figure out who you think will be good for the week, and you kind of move them from here to up here. And that's a pretty simple thing to do. It's easy to understand. So every week you're going to have a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end. The flex position this year is now you can choose either a quarterback, a running back, or a wide receiver, and a tight end in that situation. I think it's all 4 actually. I'm not quite sure. But this is an interesting area. No, it's running back, wide receiver, or tight end in this flex area. This can actually make or break your year. So pick wisely who you want to use for that week. And then defensive and kicker. These guys matter because you don't want to lose because of these guys, but it's also not a big deal. The Seahawks I got into free agency, and they ended up being the 4th best defense for the year. You don't worry about drafting those guys till the very end, because if you draft before, you're just wasting draft picks. Anywho, or I personally think so. Not everyone feels that way. Anywho, so quick tips on this. This is kind of in your My Teams area. This is where you switch people around. If you click on the opposing area, this is your week 1. It'll change throughout the year. This will be 2012 season, and you can kind of see as it progresses throughout the weeks. Same thing over here. It'll give you kind of some stats. But if you click opposing, this is a really useful tip, because every week it'll add what the person you're competing against, or what the person your position is competing against, the team you're going against, and how they have fared. So this is kind of like how Michael Vick has done every week, which he sucked. Had a shitty ass quarterback system. But number 1 Calvin Johnson, number 1 Ray Rice, number 1 Gronkowski. You can't go wrong with that. So that kind of gives you a fair understanding. This is a really helpful tool, because let's say, alright, he was 25th against, okay, the Rams are 25th against wide receivers. That's good, because Calvin Johnson is a badass, so I'm going to keep him in. But this guy, Jacksonville, well, Jacksonville was 8th against all wide receivers. That might not be good. Maybe I want to kind of switch him with, oh, well, the Raiders were 31st, so let's switch this motherfucker and place him here. And then I think I'll have a better chance with Malcolm Floyd in my lineup than Percy Harvin. That's pretty much the thing. Things that you'll soon hate is the P, which means probable for the week, which you don't know if he's actually going to play. Questionable is even worse, and then do not play. Those little initials will slowly start to get to you. They have news every week about injuries and how they did the week before and stuff like that. Great little things. Recommend it. Going on to the players section, just so you guys know, this is pretty simple. These are players that are free agents. Obviously right now we haven't done a draft, so they're nothing but studs. This will be very helpful. You can also click people onto your watch list and see how they progress. And this is helpful to get some of the people that no one knew about were going to be good for the year. Namely rookies, actually, because you can't trust a rookie to play. This is a great way to add people and pick them up on the free agency and build depth in your team. This is where I would strongly recommend, like, not every week or anything, like once every 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, like quickly check on here, maybe check out their stats and stuff like that, all that stuff, and see how they have progressed over the few weeks, and then you can see if you want to pick them. Here's the, just autograph this bitch, sorry. So here, Nate Washington. I know my team sucks. Don't fucking say anything. Although Ben Tate in the 8th round, that's a sexy pick. So this is where you kind of can see who are your divisions. We're not doing 2 divisions, we're doing 4 divisions. We can maybe think about switching here, but I honestly like 4 divisions. I think it's going to be more difficult and more kind of variability in who gets to win. Also understand fantasy football, sometimes it is skill, most of it is just pure luck. People get injured all the fucking time. It's just a good way to kind of hang out and kind of do things with people and all that crap. So I think that's about all I have on my end. Yeah, I think that's about it. I kind of went over the weekly things, which is kind of, you're going to compete against someone every week. You're going to set up your starters for the week, which honestly it will take you maybe 15 minutes every week, and you can honestly have someone that is pretty decent. If you want a better team, then you can invest a lot more time into it. But yeah, bench people don't give you any points for the week, although they'll add to your total points over the year, which helps in tiebreakers and shit, but it's very unlikely. This is where you get all your points and your money from, and this is how you win against other people. Players, if you go in here, you can get free agency, scoreboard, that's who you know who you're competing against. And honestly, throughout the Sunday and Monday, you'll be looking at this occasionally, trying to see the box score, who's winning, who's losing, and they'll break it down by position, how many points one person is doing and how many points the other guy is doing. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. The draft is tomorrow at 5 p.m. People in Houston, we're doing it at Ashton's. Thanks, Ashton. People in Dallas, K-Shit's in charge of it, and everyone else, get your beer ready and just relax. Hopefully you enjoy it. I'm sure you guys will. Talk some shit to us. It's better to have shit talking through Skype than anything else. And yeah, please be prepared tomorrow. If you're not prepared, at least in Houston, I'll have some cheat sheets set up for you, but you're going to be at a severe disadvantage, just because I'm going to be a dick to you. Bring laptops, pens, highlighters. Injury reports are kind of necessary too. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I will see you guys tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, we'll see you guys in the playoffs. Maybe. Unless I kick all of your asses.